Despite the many and varied threats to regional stability, the chances of Indo-Pacific countries coming together in a local version of NATO are slim. Analysts say. A group of conservative U.S. politicians has proposed bill to Congress that would establish fact-finding panel as first step in creating an Indo-Pacific version of NATO that could serve as deterrent against China's growing aggression in the region. While many agree that the proposal could bring together like-minded countries in a military alliance, more broadly the proposal is thought to be doomed to failure. The Indo-Pacific Treaty Organization Act was introduced by Republican Representative Mike Lawler of New York. Our enemies China, Russia, Iran and North Korea have formed an unholy alliance to disrupt and destabilize the world, he said. In a statement released by his office in early December, the collective security agreement has potential to deter aggression and protect democratic forces in the Indo-Pacific. Statement said. Expressions were used. It is vital that democracies in the region and around the world work together to combat this growing threat. Challenges to peace and stability. Recent events appear support Lawler's suggestion that challenges to peace and stability in Western Pacific are increasing as China continues its pressure campaign Taiwan ahead of elections on the island January 13 and deploys naval assets deter Philippine Navy resupply of troops on an islet in the South China Sea that Beijing claims as its own. On December 14, South Korea engaged warplanes after 2 Chinese and 4 Russian military aircraft entered the air defense identification zone without warning. The missile was 5th long-range missile North Korea has launched so far this year. And launch came day after North fired a short-range weapon that flew for distance of 570 kilometers before crashing to ground. Immediately after launch, North Korea's defense ministry condemned Washington's deployment of forces to the region and claimed that recent talks between South Korea and United States were a clear declaration on nuclear conflict. But despite many and varied threats to the region's stability, analysts say chances of Indo-Pacific countries coming together in a local version of NATO are slim. Political. Bureaucratic first. Even if we exclude China and North Korea, there is a lack of trust among many governments in the region. While other countries do not see the need for a formalized institution like NATO here, NATO as an institution may look good, but it took decades to get to the level it is today. It's very political and very bureaucratic. For many Asian countries, the hub-and-spoke approach to alliances looks much more attractive because it is flexible. He said, there were numerous examples of bilateral or small-scale alliances for economic or security reasons in the region. Stephen Nagy, a professor of international relations at Tokyo International Christian University, said it is